Trevor Walsh lifted a Honda Civic off a trapped cyclist without thinking. The car had run a red light, hit the cyclist, pinned him under the front bumper. Driver fled. Bystanders called 911. Everyone standing around, watching, waiting, doing nothing because cars weigh 3,000 pounds and humans can't lift 3,000 pounds. Trevor ran over, grabbed the bumper, lifted. The car came up like it was made of styrofoam. He held it there. Someone pulled the cyclist free. Trevor set the car down. Gently. No damage. Like nothing had happened. Then he blinked. He was standing in the street. People were staring. Paramedics were loading someone into an ambulance. Trevor's hands hurt. His muscles ached. But he had no memory of the last 3 minutes. "Dude, that was incredible," someone said. "How did you lift that car?" Trevor looked at the Honda. At his hands. At the gathered crowd. I don't know. Did I? You just did it. Like 30 seconds ago. You don't remember? Trevor didn't remember. Couldn't remember. The memory was just gone. Like those minutes had been deleted from his brain while they were happening. He'd lifted a car. Apparently. But he had no recollection of it. No memory of the sensation. No awareness of possessing that strength. Just a gap. A void where the experience should have been. Trevor tested it cautiously over the next 2 weeks. He learned the rules. And hated the trade-off immediately. When Trevor exerted superhuman strength, anything beyond normal human capability, his short-term memory stopped recording. Not erased afterward. Just never formed. His brain was too busy redirecting resources to his muscles to create memories of what those muscles were doing. The memory loss was proportional to the strength used. Small feats meant small gaps. Seconds. Lifting his couch one-handed. 30-second blank. Carrying his refrigerator downstairs. 2-minute void. Picking up the front end of his car. 5-minute absence. The amnesia was complete during the event. Trevor didn't black out. Didn't lose consciousness. He was aware in the moment. Making decisions. Responding to stimuli. But forming zero permanent memories. Like recording video with the save function disabled. And the ability came with no warning system. Trevor couldn't feel when he was about to access superhuman strength. Couldn't tell when memory formation had stopped. Just did things. Then came back to awareness with gaps. With people telling him what he'd done. With evidence but no recollection. Trevor Walsh could lift cars easily. But forgot everything while doing it. Trevor was 24 years old. Personal trainer. Gym owner. Small place in Portland. The kind of business built on passion rather than profit. Helping people get stronger. Teaching proper form. Building community around fitness. The ability should have been perfect for his work. Should have made him an inspiration. Should have let him demonstrate things normal humans couldn't. Instead, it was terrifying. Because superhuman strength without memory meant Trevor could hurt someone and not remember doing it. Could cause damage and have no awareness. Could make decisions in the moment that he couldn't later recall or justify. He kept it secret. Avoided situations where he might accidentally use excessive strength. Stayed within normal human ranges. Pretended the incident with the Honda was adrenaline. One-time thing. Explainable fluke. But the ability didn't care what Trevor wanted. It activated automatically when his body perceived need. When someone was in danger. When something required strength beyond normal human capacity. Trevor's conscious mind wasn't in control. His body was. And his body forgot to tell him what it had done. The pattern revealed itself over 6 months. Trevor would find himself in strange situations with no memory of how he got there. Standing in different places. Holding objects he didn't remember picking up. People thanking him for things he didn't remember doing. A woman approached him at the gym. "Thank you for helping with my car yesterday. The tire change. I know it was pouring rain but you just lifted the whole car while I swapped the tire. Made it so easy." Trevor had no memory of this. When was this? Yesterday. Around 3 p.m. In the parking lot. Trevor checked his phone. There was a 30-minute gap in his location data. 30 minutes he couldn't account for. 30 minutes where apparently he'd been outside lifting a car in the rain. "Yeah, no problem," Trevor said. Because what else could he say? That he didn't remember? That he had superhuman strength but it came with amnesia? That would sound insane. The gaps accumulated. Trevor started keeping a journal, writing down everything he could remember, noting the blanks, documenting the times people told him about things he'd done but couldn't recall, helped a moving truck that was stuck, lifted the entire rear end while people pushed, 4-minute gap, stopped a fight by physically separating two men, held them apart with one hand each, 3-minute gap, saved a kid from a collapsed playground structure, lifted a metal beam off him, 2-minute gap. Each time, Trevor came back to awareness with people staring, with evidence of impossible strength, with no memory of the experience. Just gaps, just voids, just testimony from others about what his body had done while his mind wasn't recording. His girlfriend Rachel noticed first. "You've been weird lately. Spacing out. Having gaps in conversation. Are you okay?" Trevor wanted to tell her. Wanted to explain. But how do you explain that you have superhuman strength but can't remember using it? That your body does things your mind doesn't record? That you're functionally two people, one who acts and one who remembers, and they don't overlap? "I'm fine. Just stressed about the gym." Rachel looked at him carefully. "Is it more than that? People have been talking. About you. About things you've done. Impossible things. And you never seem to remember them." "What kind of things?" "Lifting heavy objects. Moving things that should require machinery. Being stronger than you should be. But when people thank you, you look confused. Like you don't know what they're talking about." Trevor realized his secret was leaking. Not because he was careless, but because his body was using the ability without his conscious participation. And every use left witnesses. People who saw, who remembered, who don't, while Trevor forgot. "I have a condition," Trevor said finally. "Medical thing. Sometimes I have episodes where I'm stronger than normal but I don't remember afterward. Like, temporary memory loss tied to physical exertion." "That sounds serious. Have you seen a doctor?" "They can't explain it. They think it's neurological. Related to adrenaline response. I'm managing it." Rachel accepted this. Mostly. But Trevor saw the concern. The doubt. The beginning of distance that came when someone realized you weren't entirely reliable. Weren't entirely present. Had pieces of yourself that weren't accessible even to you. The FBI found him 8 months after the Honda incident. Agent Wilson. Same conversation. Different focus. "Mr. Walsh. We've been tracking incidents of impossible physical feats. Multiple witnesses. Consistent descriptions. Always the same person. But when we interview you, you have no memory of these events. You're either lying or you have a genuine medical condition. We think it's the latter." "I don't know what you're talking about." Wilson pulled out footage. Security cameras. Phone videos. Trevor lifting a delivery truck. Trevor stopping a runaway car with his bare hands. Trevor moving a dumpster full of construction debris. All documented. All impossible. All things Trevor had no memory of doing. You have superhuman strength. But there's a cognitive cost. You don't form memories during use. Your brain redirects resources. Shuts down memory recording to fuel the strength. That's a hell of a limitation. Trevor didn't respond. "We want to work with you. But honestly, we don't know how. You can't remember using your ability. Can't learn from experience. Can't strategize or plan because the execution happens in a mental blank space. It's like having an incredibly useful tool that erases your memory of using it every time." So why recruit me? Because useful is still useful. Even if you can't remember. Even if every application is like the first time. We document everything. Film every mission. Show you afterward what you did. Help you understand your ability through external records since internal memory isn't available. That sounds dystopian. That's practical. You have power. It comes with a cost. We're offering to manage the cost. Give you structure. Support. Help you use the ability safely even without memory of using it. Trevor thought about the gaps. About waking up in strange situations. About people telling him things he'd done that he couldn't verify. About living half his life in blank spaces. What's the survival rate? For operatives with reliable memory? 85%. For operatives who can't remember their own actions? We don't know. You'd be the first. That's not reassuring. No. But you're already doing this. Already using the ability without control. Already forgetting. We're just offering to document it. Make sense of it. Help you understand what your body is doing when your mind isn't recording. Trevor considered the idea of external documentation, of cameras showing him what he couldn't remember, of learning about himself through video evidence rather than personal experience. I need to think about it, Trevor said. Trevor thought about it for 2 months. During that time, he had 7 gaps. 7 episodes where he used superhuman strength and forgot. 7 times he came back to awareness confused, disoriented, surrounded by evidence of things he'd done but couldn't recall. Rachel left him during this period. I can't be with someone who isn't fully present, who has pieces of themselves that just disappear. I'm sorry. Trevor understood. Didn't blame her. How could you build a relationship with someone who regularly forgot important moments? Who might save your life and not remember doing it? Who existed in a state of partial amnesia tied to their most impressive capability? After the 7th gap, a 3-hour blank where apparently he'd helped rescue people from a flooded basement, Trevor called Wilson. I'm in. But I have conditions. I want copies of everything. Every video. Every documentation. I want to know what I did even if I can't remember doing it. Done. And I want therapy. Someone who specializes in memory disorders. Because this is going to fuck with my head. We can arrange that. Then let's do this. Because right now I'm just randomly saving people and forgetting. At least with structure I'll know what I'm forgetting. The close call unit gave Trevor exactly what he promised. Documentation. Structure. Support. Every mission was filmed. Multiple angles. Complete coverage. Trevor would wake up from episodes, from gaps, and watch videos of himself. See what his body had done. Learn about his capabilities through external observation rather than internal experience. It was surreal, watching yourself perform impossible feats. Seeing your face, your movements, your decisions, and having zero memory of any of it. Like watching a stranger who happened to look exactly like you. Trevor ran 14 missions over 18 months. Each one documented. Each one ending with him sitting in a debriefing room watching footage of himself doing things he couldn't remember. Collapsed building. Trevor lifted concrete slabs. Held them while people crawled out. 20-minute gap. 20 minutes of his life that existed only on video. Bridge accident. Trevor climbed up. Lifted a car that was dangling over the edge. Held it until rescue equipment arrived. 30-minute gap. Half an hour gone. Replaced by documentary evidence. Warehouse fire. Trevor went in repeatedly. Carried out unconscious workers. Moved burning debris. 45 minutes of superhuman effort. 45 minutes of personal amnesia. 45 minutes captured on thermal cameras but absent from his own memory. After each mission, Trevor would watch the videos. See himself being strong. Being heroic. Being capable. And feel nothing. Because the memories weren't his. They were recordings. Evidence. Proof of events he'd participated in but couldn't remember participating in. Does it bother you? His therapist asked. Dr. Chin. Specializing in dissociative disorders. Memory conditions. Identity issues. Yes. I'm watching myself live a significant portion of my life and I wasn't there for it. My body was. But I wasn't. Your body is you. Is it? If I can't remember what it did? If the experience didn't form memories? Am I really present for moments I can't recall? That's a philosophical question. It's my life. I have hours, maybe days at this point, where I existed but didn't form memories. Where I acted but don't remember acting. Where I was strong but don't remember being strong. That's not philosophical. That's fracture. That's living as 2 separate people who happen to share one body. The breaking point came during a mission in Houston. Mass casualty event. Building collapse during construction. dozens trapped. Trevor deployed with rescue teams, used his strength repeatedly, moved debris, lifted steel, created access points. 3 hours of continuous superhuman effort. 3 hours of complete amnesia. The longest gap Trevor had ever experienced. When he came back to awareness, he was sitting in an ambulance. Hands bleeding, muscles destroyed, 12 people rescued, everyone calling him a hero. And Trevor remembered none of it. 3 hours. Just gone. Replaced by people's testimony. By video footage. By evidence that his body had been active while his mind was completely absent. He watched the videos later, saw himself making decisions, communicating with rescue workers, choosing which debris to move first, operating with intelligence and awareness, but forming zero memories of any of it. "I can't do this anymore," Trevor told Wilson. "You saved 12 lives." "I know. People told me. I watched the video. But I wasn't there. Not in any meaningful way. My body was. But I wasn't." "Your body is enough. It's saving lives." "My body isn't me. Not if I can't remember what it does. Not if every use of my ability means I'm absent from my own life. I'm trading experiences for strength. And I've traded too much. I have hours of my life that are just gone. That exist only as external documentation." Wilson was quiet. "What do you want?" "To stop. To use the ability as little as possible. To minimize the gaps. To live a life where most of my experiences actually form memories. That means not helping. Not using the strength. Letting people suffer who you could save. I know. But I can't keep sacrificing my own continuity. My own presence in my own life. I'm becoming a collection of video recordings with gaps between. That's not living." Trevor Walsh retired from the close call unit at 26. 18 months of service. 14 missions. Approximately 12 hours of total memory loss. 12 hours of his life that existed only in recorded form. 12 hours he'd never get back. Never remember. Never truly experience. He returned to Portland. Reopened his gym. Went back to normal life. Normal training. Normal strength. The ability was still there. Still activated when needed. Trevor would still have gaps. Still forget. Still wake up to people telling him he'd done impossible things. But he minimized it. Avoided situations where superhuman strength might be required. Stayed away from emergencies. Kept his life small and controlled and predictable. The gaps still happened. Maybe once every few months. Small ones. Minutes rather than hours. Trevor would come back to awareness slightly confused. Slightly disoriented. But functional. He kept the videos. The documentation from his time with the close call unit. Watched them occasionally. Reminded himself that he'd done important things. Saved lives. Made a difference. Even if he couldn't remember doing it. Even if the experiences weren't his. Just evidence. Just proof. Just external validation of internal absence. Trevor Walsh is 28 now. 4 years since the Honda incident. 2 years since leaving the close call unit. 4 years of superhuman strength tied to memory loss. He still has the ability. Still uses it occasionally. Still forgets. Still comes back to awareness with gaps. With people telling him stories about what he did. With evidence but no memory. He's learned to live with it. Sort of. Learned to accept that portions of his life will be absent. Will exist only as testimony. As recordings. As second-hand accounts of first-hand experiences. He runs his gym. Trains clients. Lives alone. Doesn't date because explaining the gaps is too complicated. Too weird. Too much like admitting he's not fully present in his own life. Sometimes people recognize him. From videos. From news coverage. From his time as a hero. They thank him for things he doesn't remember doing. For lives he doesn't remember saving. For moments he doesn't remember experiencing. Trevor smiles. Says thank you. Accepts their gratitude. And feels nothing. Because the memories aren't there. The experiences are void. The heroism is documented but not remembered. He could lift cars easily. Could save lives. Could be incredible. but only by sacrificing presence. Only by accepting absence. Only by living in gaps. In blanks. In voids where memory should be but isn't. Some abilities enhance you. Some empower you. Some give you capabilities beyond normal human limits. His gave him strength at the cost of continuity. Power at the price of presence. Capability purchased with absence. And Trevor learned, too slowly, too late, that being able to do impossible things while forgetting you did them wasn't power. It was fracture. It was living as a partially absent person. It was trading experience for strength until there wasn't enough experience left to justify the strength. Trevor Walsh could lift cars easily, but forgot everything while doing it, which meant his most impressive moments were his most absent. His greatest achievements were his greatest gaps. His superhuman acts were his most inhuman experiences. And after years of trading memory for strength, Trevor chose memory, chose presence, chose continuity over capability, because living half-present was worse than being fully normal. And Trevor wanted to be present, even if that meant being weaker, even if that meant helping fewer people, even if that meant his life was less impressive. At least it was his. At least he remembered it. At least he was there for it. That's not heroism. That's survival. Choosing to exist fully in a normal life rather than partially in an extraordinary one. Trevor Walsh could lift cars, but he chose to remember lifting normal weights instead. Because memory matters more than strength. Presence matters more than power. And being fully there for a normal life is worth more than being partially absent for an extraordinary one.